If you're thinking of making your own printable advent calendar, we've made it super easy for you. We have a free template that you can download, but we'll also show you how to create one from scratch with Microsoft PowerPoint using our template as an example. And we'll also show you how you can download that free template so you can save yourself some time. So I do have the free template here, and it just makes it easier to show you how to do everything from here. If you do want to download it, it does have the instructions and the fonts and stuff in the first page there that you can delete later. But the basic step, if you're starting from scratch in Microsoft PowerPoint, is to make the size that you want. This is an 8.5 by 11 inch calendar. So you would go under File, Page Setup, and you can see ours is 22 centimeters by 28 centimeters because we're in Canada. So that will give you the 8.5 by 11 inch size. So all you do is change it there, and it will ask you if you want to scale up or scale down. If you're starting from scratch, it doesn't even matter. So you just choose that. All right, so before you start from scratch, let's look at the example that we have so you kind of understand the different pieces that are here. So in addition to the first slide, which happens to be the instructions, we have 3 slides. But really you only need to actually have two slides to make it work. We've added 3 so that you have a little bit of versatility. You also have a blank page to work from if you want. But in the traditional kind of the calendar style, paper calendar, the first slide is actually your background. Alternatively, if you want to use our sayings, which have nice little fun things to do, you can use that as your background. So that would be printed on cardstock, and then you would also have these numbers to go on top. So you would cut those out, and those could be taped or glued to, so that the person can lift them up there. Alternatively, you could print out this slide that has the numbers and double-side it with this one, but you remove the top stuff because you don't need it, or you'll just end up cutting it out. It doesn't matter. And you do it double-sided, and you could attach each one along a string, and then that way, people just take, or with a little clip, and then they can take off the piece for each day. So a couple different ways to do it. Now let's talk about how you actually make this. So I've made a blank page just to work with, and we'll keep the example just around so we have it handy. So in order you want to start with having some shapes, right? You need 24, 25, whatever you want to do, shapes for your calendar. So we just go to Insert Shapes. You can choose the shape you want. Keeping in mind that circles are probably a little bit more difficult to cut, so you could choose a square image instead, which if little kids are cutting it or something, you might want to do that. So by default, mine is a blue. Yours, if that's probably out of the box, Microsoft has that. So you can actually, if you right click, or I guess it's just click on a Mac, you can format the shape. So we have things like fill. We probably want no fill. We just want the line, solid line, maybe 1 point, 2 points would be a little thicker. Maybe we want a red for Christmas, and we can see how that is. You can make it as thick or thin as you want. Now, the important thing to keep in mind is make sure you're really happy with the shape, because you're going to be duplicating the same one over and over again. And then if you want to change something, you'll have to change them all. So you can just select the shape, make sure it's in the place you want. Perhaps you would want to put your title up here or leave space for it. And you're going to, copy the shape and put it carefully here. And you can see that PowerPoint kind of guides you into making sure that you make things even. And once you've completed a row, or even like 3 of these, you could probably just start copying and paste them. Well, that didn't go very easy. And hey, if you're a PowerPoint expert and you have a comment about an easier way to do this, I'd so love to hear it. Okay, and then you have that, and then you could copy the row and continue however you want to do it. I think we probably just need 5 on the one row, so you want to spread it out. But the point is you're gonna lay it out however you need to do 24 or 25 spots. We celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve, and I think traditional Advent calendars go to the 24th, but some people like to have 25. So totally up to you how you want to do it. So now we've got 25. We're going to go with 25 little squares that we could use, and for the 2 different pages. Personally, I would keep a copy of this. Don't delete it, because when you make, you go and work on this, things will move around. You might get frustrated. You probably want to have a nice clean copy of what you did originally. So so I would duplicate it. There you could add your numbers by just doing insert text. And you'll be arranging them using the font you'd like. This font that we have is a lovely little font. It's in the instructions as well. It's the PW Joyeux Noël, and it's available for free and commercial use. So you might also, you might find it easier to create a template that has, instead of starting with totally blank, start with the numbers, because they are hard to arrange, and it really depends on how you want to work it, where you want to go. But this is how this one was created. We started with the blank, we added on, and then we took another copy of the blank one and then added the text that we want. And this one probably has been used on a different computer. It needs to be lined up a bit better. But when you print it out, you may want to take notice of that if you need to fix it because that actually does happen too. When you open it on different computers, it can change. All right, I think that is it for this tutorial. And again, you can grab the free Advent calendar. The link will be at the end of the video and in the description, and that will probably make things a whole lot easier for you.